Someone is paying a huge price for hurting you. The betrayal they thought would stay hidden is. Archangel Michael says, the truth is never buried forever. Even in the darkest silence, the weight of hidden betrayal awakens, and justice begins to move. What was once whispered in secret now trembles before the light of exposure. The story of what has been done against you is not small. Behind closed doors, someone thought they could strike you, leave you broken, and still continue smiling in the presence of others. They believed their act would never return to them, but now the very ground they stand on is shaking beneath their feet. The betrayal they carried out was not just against your trust, it was against your destiny. They wanted to hinder the very steps you were born to walk, to poison what was meant to grow for you. But life has its own language, and justice always writes the final sentence. There is a price being paid right now, one that cannot be hidden. The one who wronged you is facing consequences they never expected, and though they may pretend to be strong, their nights are restless, their peace is stolen, and their hands are trembling with regret. They thought silence would cover their sin, but silence has turned into thunder. They thought secrecy would be their shield, but secrecy has become their chain. Now, the betrayal that was meant to destroy you is the same betrayal burning everything they touch. You were not meant to stay in darkness. The betrayal could not keep you down forever. Even in the silence of your pain, strength was building inside of you, strength they never expected to see rise again. The one who hurt you underestimated your spirit. They thought breaking your trust would be enough to bury you. But you are standing today because destiny has a louder voice than deception. This is why their world is collapsing. This is why doors they thought were open are now closing. Because betrayal always carries a debt, and it must be paid in full. Type Amen 444 if you receive this confirmation. Your story is shifting now. You may not see all the pieces yet, but heaven has already moved. The person who smiled in your face while cutting you behind your back is now realizing that falsehood never survives long. Their plans are unraveling one by one. The connections they trusted are crumbling, the support they thought would protect them is fading, and every path they walk now leads to a wall. This is the price of betrayal, and it is heavy. You have been preserved for a reason. What was taken from you is being restored in ways far greater than what they imagined. The more they tried to hold you down, the higher your destiny has been lifted. There is a reversal happening. The very pain they gave you is now circling back to them, multiplying, returning in waves they cannot escape. Archangel Michael says, the pain you endured was never wasted. Every tear became a weapon, every moment of silence became a shield, and now the storm that was sent against you has been redirected toward its sender. They are learning now what it means to betray someone chosen for greater things. Every step they take feels heavy, every thought restless, every plan unstable. What they once hid is now their prison, and no secret can shield them. But you, your time is coming. The betrayal was not the end, it was the beginning of exposure, the turning of tides, the start of justice. Every hand that touched what belonged to you will feel the weight of loss. You will see it clearly. The same eyes that look down on you will one day witness your rise. The same voices that doubted you will fall silent when your blessing is revealed. Type Amen 666 if you believe this justice belongs to you. The whispers of betrayal are now echoes of regret. Their laughter has turned into sleepless nights, and their joy has been replaced with anxiety they cannot explain. They are paying for what they did, not because of revenge, but because of truth. The betrayal was an act they thought would pass unnoticed, but the unseen realm noticed. The betrayal was designed to silence you, but it has become their downfall. What was built against you has collapsed on the builder. And your strength now shines brighter because of it. You survived what was meant to break you. You endured what was meant to silence you. And your story is becoming a testimony of survival, resilience, and victory. They will remember you not as the one they tried to break, but as the one who rose above every attempt against you. This is why they are trembling now, because your rising cannot be stopped. Type Amen 777 if you are ready for this rising to be revealed. Archangel Michael says, the betrayal that was done in silence is now being judged in silence. The very walls that witnessed their deceit are now echoing with the weight of their guilt. Nothing they tried to bury will remain hidden forever. The atmosphere around this story is heavy, almost charged. The one who betrayed you believed they were untouchable, that no one would ever uncover what they did. Yet the truth has its own way of breaking through locked doors, and the time for exposure has come. This betrayal was not small, it carried with it intention, calculation, and cruelty. It was done with a smile on the surface but darkness beneath. They thought your trust would blind you forever, but now that trust has become their greatest mistake. They carry a burden today, a cost far greater than they imagined. Every step they take, every thought they think, is touched by the shadow of their action. What they sowed has taken root, and it is sprouting into consequences they cannot escape. They thought you were too fragile to rise again. They imagined their betrayal would silence your spirit. But what they failed to see was that betrayal sharpens destiny, and every wound you carried became proof of your strength. Now the tables are turning. Their nights are haunted by what they did. The things they gained through their betrayal are slipping through their hands like sand. No matter how tightly they try to hold on, they cannot stop the fall. You were not abandoned in your pain. The betrayal you faced was seen and recorded in higher realms. While they believed silence would cover their act, the silence has instead become a stage where truth will soon be spoken loudly. And when the truth is finally known, their name will be tied not to power, not to control, but to regret, loss, and exposure. This is the path they chose, and it cannot be reversed. Type Amen 222 if you receive this message of justice. Your path forward is different. You are not chained to their betrayal, you are being freed by it. What they tried to use to destroy you has become the very key unlocking your next season. The betrayal broke something, yes, but it also revealed something. It showed who is truly for you and who is against you. It separated false faces from real ones, and it removed the masks that were hiding in your life. And because of this, you are stepping forward lighter than before. No longer carrying dead weight. No longer bound to illusions. You have clarity now, clarity that will guide you further than you have ever gone. Meanwhile, their world is shrinking. The betrayal they thought would remain a secret is tightening around them like a net. They have nowhere left to run. Archangel Michael says, the pain you endured is now the weapon that secures your justice. The betrayal that wounded you is now the storm that follows them. What they sent out has circled back, and their harvest has come. The one who betrayed you carries regret, but regret cannot undo what has been done. Their apologies, if they ever come, will not erase the scars they left. What they did was not just a mistake, it was a choice, and now the choice demands payment. Every move they make is met with resistance. Opportunities close before they can grasp them. Relationships that once stood by them are beginning to question, to turn, to distance. The betrayal is no longer a secret, it is an energy that follows them everywhere. But you are no longer trapped in their shadow. You are rising, shining, moving into the place that was always meant for you. What they tried to destroy is now being rebuilt stronger, brighter, unshakable. Type Amen 444 if you believe this rebuilding is yours. Their laughter has turned hollow. Their confidence has been replaced with whispers of fear. Behind their smile hides a storm they cannot escape, because betrayal always has a cost. They thought betraying you would lift them higher, but it has dragged them down. They thought removing you from the path would secure their place, but it has secured their downfall. What was built on lies can never stand long. You, however, are being lifted. Every scar you carry is turning into a symbol of victory. Every night of tears is becoming a testimony of strength. You have been chosen for greater things, and betrayal was only a doorway leading you closer to them. This is why they envy you even now. Even while they pay the price, they look at you and wonder how you are still standing. But you are not only standing, you are rising. Type Amen 555 to declare your rising in this season. Archangel Michael says, "The shadow of betrayal may last for a moment, but the hand of justice lasts for a lifetime." Those who thought they could touch your destiny without cost are now discovering that the weight of truth cannot be escaped. The betrayal against you is done with arrogance. They thought they were clever, untouchable, and invisible. But every act carries energy, and the energy of betrayal always returns heavier than it was sent. They believed your silence meant weakness. They thought your trust was a shield they could exploit. Yet silence is never weakness, it is often the moment when justice is gathering its strength. Now, that justice has been released. The one who harmed you is carrying burdens heavier than words can describe. They are watching their own steps crumble beneath them, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. Type Amen 666 if you believe justice is unfolding in your favor. Their betrayal was not light, it was intentional. They knew what they were doing when they chose deception over truth. And though they smiled, though they acted innocent, the reality of their action is now chasing them down. It begins quietly, missed opportunities, broken promises, restless nights. But then it grows louder, losses in places they thought were secure, doors that no longer open, relationships that collapse without warning. This is the price betrayal demands. They thought you would never recover. They thought you would be left in pieces, never able to rise again. But their biggest mistake was underestimating your spirit. You were not only preserved, you are being elevated. What they tried to block is now multiplying in your favor. The betrayal has become fuel for your breakthrough. Type Amen 777 to walk in the overflow of this breakthrough. The one who hurt you never imagined that their actions would circle back. They believed lies could cover lies forever. But truth is relentless, it always breaks through, no matter how long it takes. They are now learning this lesson in the hardest way. Every gain they made at your expense is slipping. Every secret they thought would remain hidden is trembling on the edge of exposure. They are paying not just in circumstances, but in spirit, in mind, in peace. And your spirit is lighter than before. The betrayal has shaped you, carved out new strength within you. You are walking with wisdom now, no longer blinded by false promises or empty words. Their betrayal removed them from your path, but that removal was protection. The very act that wounded you has cleared the way for greater things. Type Amen 888 if you are ready to walk in this protection. Archangel Michael says, the betrayal was not the end of your story, it was the unveiling of theirs. What they tried to hide is now the very light exposing them, and what you endured has become the crown of your strength. They are restless now. Every night is haunted by echoes of what they did. The betrayal they thought they buried is whispering in their mind, pulling at their spirit, and reminding them of the weight they cannot run from. Their face may still wear a smile, but their heart is breaking. Their words may still sound confident, but their world is crumbling. This is the cost of betrayal, it devours from within. But your reward is coming. The same people who doubted you will soon witness your elevation. The same ones who believed lies will see truth shine through your life. Type Amen 999 if you believe your elevation is near. The betrayal they committed was like a seed planted in secret. At first, no one saw it, not even you. But now that seed has grown, and the harvest is bitter. They are forced to eat the fruit of their own deception. Every attempt they make to escape leads them deeper into their own trap. Every word they speak is weighed down by fear of being exposed. And every step they take feels like it leads closer to downfall. This is not coincidence, it is consequence. What is built on betrayal cannot stand. What is gained through lies cannot endure. Meanwhile, you are rising with clarity. You see now what you could not see before. The masks have fallen, the illusions are gone, and truth has opened your eyes. Type Amen 1111 if you are ready to rise in truth. Their name is no longer carrying power, it is carrying shame. Their reputation is no longer shining, it is dimming. People who once believed in them are starting to see cracks, starting to notice the weight of their deception. You may not need to say a word. Truth is already speaking for you. Justice is already unfolding. What was done against you is now working for you. And as their world collapses, your world is being rebuilt stronger, brighter, unshakable. You are being positioned in ways they never imagined, blessed in ways they thought they had stolen. The betrayal was their weapon, but it has turned into your shield. The betrayal was their strategy, but it has turned into your breakthrough. Type Amen 1212 if you believe this shield is over you. Archangel Michael says, the storm that betrayal carries may appear invisible at first, but it always arrives. Those who laughed at your pain are now being silenced by the very weight of their own choices. Nothing escapes the balance of justice. The betrayal you faced was deep. It wasn't just an action, it was a wound, crafted with intent, hidden under smiles and empty words. Yet every hidden act carries its own echo, and the echo of what was done against you is shaking the one who caused it. They thought they were safe in their secrecy. They believed no one would know, no one would uncover the truth. But the truth is not a prisoner, it breaks through, it reveals, it exposes. And now, the betrayer is living with the cost of exposure. This price is not light. It is heavy, relentless, and inescapable. Their mind is restless, their spirit uneasy, and their path filled with stumbling blocks they cannot understand. Type Amen 1313 if you believe the storm has shifted into their life. The betrayal they committed was like poison. They poured it into your trust, thinking you would never recover. But poison cannot destroy what is protected, and you were never left unguarded. Every attempt they made to weaken you has become the very reason for your rising. What they meant for harm has become the fire that forged your strength. While they fall under the weight of their own lies, you are walking into clarity and restoration. Do not be surprised when you hear of their downfall. Do not be shocked when doors close for them and blessings slip away. This is not chance, it is justice. The one who betrayed you is watching everything they touched unravel. They wanted your ruin, but instead, they are tasting their own destruction. Type Amen 1414 if you are ready for full restoration. Their secret betrayal is no longer secret. Even if not all eyes see it yet, the spiritual world has already exposed it. The energy of betrayal cannot remain hidden, it leaks into their life, staining everything they touch. This is why relationships are crumbling around them. This is why money slips from their hands. This is why peace is far from their nights. Betrayal cannot build anything lasting, it only tears down. You, on the other hand, are walking forward lighter. You no longer carry their shadow, you no longer carry their chains. You are free, because betrayal released you from what was false. And in this freedom, new doors are opening. New paths are appearing. New strength is rising. What they thought was an ending is now your new beginning. Type Amen 1515 if you step into this new beginning. Archangel Michael says, the betrayal was never about your weakness, it was about your strength. They attacked because they saw what you carry, but now the attack has become their own downfall. The betrayer thought they gained power by hurting you. They thought taking what was yours would secure their future. But what is stolen carries a curse, and now they are paying that price. Their smile may still appear, but behind it is trembling. Their voice may still speak, but behind it is fear. They are watching their own plans collapse, their own life unravel. Meanwhile, you are walking in a reversal. Every pain you endured is turning into strength. Every loss you carried is turning into increase. The tables have turned, and the story is changing in your favor. Type Amen 1616 if you believe the tables have turned for you. The cost they are paying is not only in the physical but also in the unseen. Their peace is gone, their spirit is heavy, their nights are filled with unrest. No matter how they try to hide it, no matter how they try to pretend, the betrayal follows them like a shadow. And though they may try to run from it, they cannot escape. Betrayal clings. Betrayal whispers. Betrayal demands its price until it is fully paid. This is why their world feels smaller. This is why their joy feels distant. They are trapped in the very web they spun for you. But you are no longer in that web. You have been freed. You have been lifted. You are walking in truth while they are sinking in deception. Type Amen 1717 if you choose freedom over deception. Their reputation is beginning to shift. Where once they carried influence, now there is suspicion. Where once there was admiration, now there is distance. People sense the weight of their betrayal, even if they don't yet know the details. This is the silent justice unfolding. Without you lifting a finger, without you speaking a word, their own actions are speaking louder than they ever imagined. You are not required to fight them. The fight has already been won. You are only called to rise, to step forward, to embrace the blessing that is now coming into your life. The one who betrayed you is trapped in their own consequences, but you are walking into release. This is the difference between those who deceive and those who endure. Type Amen 1818 if you embrace this release. Archangel Michael says, the unseen eyes of justice have been watching. The betrayal they thought was hidden is now a fire burning beneath their steps. They cannot run from it, and they cannot silence it. The betrayal they committed was not a mistake, it was a decision. A decision to harm, to take advantage, to wound you where they thought you were most vulnerable. But what they did not realize is that destiny does not bend to betrayal, it bends betrayal back toward its source. Every step they took against you is now a stumbling block for themselves. Every plan they created against you is now a net catching their own feet. They are walking into the trap they built with their own hands. And you are walking into light. You are rising above their schemes. You are being lifted into a position they can no longer touch. Type Amen 1919 if you are ready to step into this light. The energy of betrayal is heavy, and they carry it everywhere they go. Their laughter may seem loud, but it is hollow. Their words may seem confident, but they tremble when no one is watching. This is the unseen punishment, the loss of peace, the loss of rest, the loss of joy. No matter what they gain, it slips through their hands. No matter where they turn, they meet walls instead of doors. They betrayed you thinking they were untouchable, but betrayal has no safe hiding place. It follows, it stains, it clings. And now, everything they touch feels corrupted by their own deceit. But your hands are clean. Your spirit is light. And because of that, blessings are finding their way back to you, doors are opening, and peace is resting upon you again. Type Amen 2020 if you choose peace over pain. The price they are paying is not only external, it is internal. They cannot silence the weight inside them. The betrayal eats at them in quiet moments, in the silence of the night, in the stillness of thought. They may pretend before others, but the truth is clear, betrayal devours from within. It breaks down confidence, it weakens strength, it turns joy into ashes. This is their reality now, and it cannot be hidden forever. You, however, are not bound by their choices. You are walking in freedom. The betrayal that once held you down is now the very reason you have risen stronger than ever before. This is the power of truth. It not only protects, it restores. And your restoration has already begun. Type Amen 21:21 if you receive this restoration. Archangel Michael says, your tears have been counted, and none of them were in vain. What they tried to destroy in you has been rebuilt stronger, and now the price of betrayal is theirs alone to carry. Their downfall is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. And the unraveling has already begun. Their name is losing weight, their influence is losing strength, their foundation is breaking apart. Everything they gained through lies will soon fade. Everything they stole through deception will slip away. And the silence they thought was protection has turned into their prison. Meanwhile, your name is being lifted. Your influence is being restored. Your foundation is being secured on truth, and nothing can shake it. Type Amen 22:22 if you believe your name is being restored. Their betrayal has made them restless. Every success feels empty, every victory feels short-lived, every moment of joy turns quickly into fear. Because betrayal cannot build happiness, it only builds temporary illusions. And illusions always fade. The mask they wear will soon crack. The story they tell will soon collapse. And when it does, the truth will stand, undeniable, unstoppable, unshakable. You, on the other hand, are building on truth. Your foundation may have been shaken, but it has not fallen. Your path may have been slowed, but it has not ended. In fact, it is opening wider than before. This is why the betrayal is not your ending, it is your awakening. Type Amen 23:23 if you step fully into this awakening. The betrayer cannot outrun what they have done. Every path leads them back to the same point, the weight of their own choices. This is the cycle of betrayal, it always returns. They thought they had won by hurting you, but what is victory without peace? What is gain without joy? What is power without stability?